A good program also helps you expect the unexpected. There are so many things with horses that are, a lot of people say, are unpredictable. And to a certain extent, I mean, if you haven't studied horses a bunch, it sure seems that way. But in this program, we can expect the unexpected. And you might say, well, how and why? The reason we can is because we study the horses. We see what they're like in their environments. Like this horse, if you watch him tonight, he was a little nervous at first and he needed to move, and then now he's just kind of curious and flipping around and moving his lead rope and playing. He's changing. So if we got him out tomorrow and he was a little nervous at first, that's to be expected. That's not unexpected. So if I get him out tomorrow and he ended calm tonight, maybe we get him out tomorrow and he's not calm when he shows up, that's to be expected. That's not an unexpected behavior. So by studying the horses and thinking about the procedures and watching the steps and adding steps and taking care of your job as a horseman or horsewoman, being a good leader, following through, having a plan, addressing challenges with purpose, trying to understand your mind, the human's mind, all of these things lead to being able to expect the unexpected. And that doesn't mean you're just gonna be great in an emergency when things go down and shit hits the fan. What it means though is when something goes astray, it's expected and you can deal with it. You're not caught off guard. But when people tell me, oh, it was unexpected, what that tells me is they haven't studied enough. They haven't invested in themselves and their horses enough, so it seemed unexpected. It's like not putting oil in your car for 3 years, not checking the tires, oil in the joints or anything, and driving, say you live in Oregon and you're going to drive to Tennessee on a whim and being caught off guard that your car broke down in Colorado going over the Continental Divide. It's like, oh, it was unexpected. No, that's expected. You haven't put any maintenance into that vehicle. Of course it blew up going over the pass. It had no choice. It had to. That actually was expected. But because you weren't thinking about it, the maintenance and all the things that go in and the amount of stress and things that are going to happen on a big trip like that, it seemed unexpected and out of the blue. But really it was expected. And if you'd been testing it and trying it and changing and doing the things, probably wouldn't turn out that way. And the horses are the same. There's a lot of things. You can short trip it. You live in Oregon. You want to drive down to the grocery store to get milk, and it's a quarter mile from your house, you're probably going to make it in that same vehicle. It's going to be fine. You're probably not going to run into a situation where you have to expect the unexpected. But as you branch out, you need to drive to the next town, to the next town, the next town, the next state, clear to the other side of the country. Then things start to change, but those changes are the same thing here that can happen in your horse. Like he's a little distracted there, so I'm gonna push here and put a little maintenance on there. It says, hey, if you're gonna look over there, we're gonna move your feet. Hey, he's gonna do it again. We'll just play with some unexpected. Like he's kind of letting us know here that he could spook if he wanted. He's kind of looking around for it. So instead of just being caught off guard here, we might just give him a little something to do, and we're gonna control the outcome here. If you want to look at something, I'll give you a little something to look at here. Some of you kind of probably had a little flashback there for a second, and maybe your parents. If you're going to cry, I'll give you something to cry about. Okay. But that principle is a simple one. If you want something to do, yeah, let's go do it. So instead of just standing there and spooking and me petting you and rewarding you for it potentially, we'll just redirect that energy and give it something to do here. So I'm just going to offer him this circle and says, hey, if you're nervous, you got things you want to do, that's totally fine. We're just going to offer you here into this circle and let you do some things. Redirect that. And then we're going to see what it does for you from there. Like right there, one of his buddies just kind of nickered. I was getting ready to stop, right? But then his buddy nickered, so his neck kind of come up a little. You guys might not have been able to hear that on camera. So I was getting ready to quit, but at that moment he was a little bit nervous. So if I quit there, maybe I might accidentally reward nervousness. If I do that too much, next thing you know, I'm out on the trail and he knows I reward for nervousness. So what does he do? He gets nervous. So what am I going to do here? Knowing this could change to something else eventually, I might just wait there until he softens and relaxes there. Then I might quit. Now that doesn't mean it's fixed. But if he starts to understand that he gets rewards for being a certain way, a certain mannerism, a certain demeanor, a certain posture, a certain position, a certain amount of control and responsiveness, then I start creating some predictability, because I know when we get in a jam, he's going to want to be like that because that is what he gets a reward for. He doesn't get a reward for being obnoxious and unfocused and not paying attention and not working with me, rather working against me. So it becomes predictable. He is the calm in the storm. And even if he chooses not to be calm, I have enough control and responsiveness. I can redirect the ship when I need to. I don't just have to rely on his instinct for my survival and my instinct for my survival and his survival. I have all these tools because I have a good program. This is very important in your program. You need to be able to expect the unexpected, plan for it, adjust for it, train for it, practice, study, get out ahead of these tidal waves and these storms. Because honestly, at the end of the day, there's very little reason for most of the catastrophes and things that go on with horses. And I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. I have been in my share of wrecks. And some people say, it's like, well, Steve, you seem so confident. It's like, well, it's because I've been real unconfident and I've been in those bad situations. And people are like, why are you so thorough? It's like, I am thorough and I have this program because I lack confidence and I didn't have the understanding and I didn't know what to do. So I built it. I built it from people sharing with me. And that's what I'm doing with you guys. So let's move on to the next principle.